bunch of really great kids and good talent and depth. Like I told our kids, we need to have a tremendous sense of urgency right now. This is a shorter camp than usual. By NCAA rule, we go from 29 to 25 practices, and we're literally just over 2 weeks away from getting ready to start school again. So the sense of urgency that we have to have with our preparation is key. This team has good depth, like I said, and reps are going to be important for evaluation. So you saw a little bit of what we're doing, not only in our walkthrough, but some of our team segments, our 7 segments will be two-spotting. And what that means is we'll have the same drill being run in two spots to be able to, one, grow young people and get them ready to play, but also to be able to have evaluations. We have a lot of folks and we got to get evaluations on to make decisions for our depth chart. Obviously, we have a quarterback battle that's going on. That's no secret. I have met with quarterbacks collectively and told them what I anticipate and what the expectations are to win the position. Obviously, in my mind, always for the quarterback, it's about decision-making, timing, and accuracy, and most important, moving the ball and being productive about putting it in the red zone. Good day today, nice day. I thought all four kids really competed exceptionally well. Competition, I think, brings out the best in you, which is awesome. But it's a practice that's, in helmets and in shirts. And the more team we get, the more active teamwork we get, the better we'll be able to evaluate. For us, we will be in helmets on tomorrow. We'll take a break Sunday because of the one-day off day, and then we'll come back with 2 shells practices Monday and Tuesday by NCAA rule, with our first full pads practice on Wednesday. From a injury standpoint, Wale Batiku was held out today, continuing to recovery from hip surgery. Solomon Tuliupupu is recovering from his foot surgery. Jake Lichtenstein has a knee strain and will be out for a limited amount of time. I'm hoping to get him back in a week or so. Randall Grimes is held out for a back right now. We'll see when we get him back. I'm hoping it's a limited amount of time. And Jacob Russell is out with a leg injury, a small stress fracture. He should be hopefully ready by the end of camp. And then Jay Tufeli is out for a couple days with a laceration on his foot. Just news of note, Taylor Katoa is going to go take his mission. He is going to return to us in 2020. I'm so proud of him. What an honorable mission it is to be able to go out and serve, and wish him nothing but the best. We look forward to seeing him back in the fall of 2020. And you probably saw the tweet, but just out of respect, just want to tell everybody, Clayton Johnston has now changed his last name to Clayton Bradley in honor of his stepfather. We'll be changing that on our roster and our website, but wanted to give that information to you when you're reporting and out of respect to the family. With that, I'll answer any questions that you have.
Did you feel like there was more urgency with the quarterbacks today?
I thought there was extreme competitiveness, which I liked. You can see the sense of urgency of them wanting to play fast, be accurate, and make good decisions. I think we had one turnover today on a late ball on a curl route by JT. But overall, I thought all 4 kids came out here and competed very well. That's what I anticipate. They have a lot of pride about them, and they all came here to compete. So I enjoyed it a lot today for practice 1. I hope it continues.
T said that you guys are already evaluating regardless of if they're in pads or not. Is there a point during training camp, whether it is a full padded practice, a scrimmage, where those evaluations really start to matter more than the first couple days?
I'm with you. I think everyone counts, but some counts more than others. I think, when you get in team segments and you get in live scrimmages and Porter Gustin's breathing down your neck and you're stepping up and making that throw and making it accurately and on time, that puts a lot of weight on me. Throwing nice balls on routes on air is nice. You take that into account, but it's about moving the team productively into the end zone. And so you'll see us, once we get into shells and full pads, you'll see some of the 7-on-7s go away for live team pass and team blitz segments, because I want to make it as hard as I can on the quarterback position. We have 25 practices to prepare for that first game, so you'll see a lot more live segments in that.
What were your kind of first thoughts on JT? Can you see him up close?
extremely accurate, very, very knowledgeable. For an 18-year-old kid to come out here and do what he did today was very impressive. It's like he's already been in a camp before, to be honest with you. So I was highly impressed with him, as well as the other kids too.
What were your impressions of Jack Sears?
Good. I tell you what, has made a lot of progression from spring to this first game. You could see the light kind of click on. I thought he made very fast decisions, which was something that in spring, he liked to see things open a little bit. Today, the ball came out. I look forward to watching more of the tape to see if I'm right, but it felt like he made timely decisions and was accurate.
When we talk to veterans after last year, we hear every one of them say things like, the culture has changed after that Ohio State game. Mm-hmm. Is that a case? I mean, is that how you see it, and how has it changed, if that's the case?
I'm going to tell you that I've commended this older group a bunch. We started this journey together 2.5 years ago, and this is the group that has walked in that Coliseum and has honored it with extreme pride of how they've played. They've also honored the Trojan tradition by how they have led this team. And we all had a bad taste in our mouth after last season, and we want to be in the playoffs. We want to win a national championship, and we're not satisfied until that happens. And we want to play on the national stage, and we all have got a chip on our shoulder. I think we've all tightened our screws, from the coaching staff to the players. I think there's a sense of urgency to be able to produce. We all know that, and I've said it before, that going up to Pullman, Washington, and losing by 3, and knowing that game kind of holds you out of a playoff possibility hurts, and we don't want to leave any doubt. Now we got a lot of work to be able to get to that national contention, but I love what the kids' attitude is right now. It seems is different.
How does that change things, though? What does that, how does that translate?
Well, you saw this, and I think you saw it on the field.
Okay.
I thought the kids for the first practice played extremely fast, and they're keeping each other accountable in everything that they do. And I'm watching the older kids coach, not just be back in the back talking. They're actually coaching younger kids. We've talked about that we're going to play a lot of kids, and we're going to stay fresh. That's one of the things that we all walked away learning, and I told them last night. In that Ohio State Cotton Bowl, that I was extremely impressed by a team that had depth, that walked 4 D linemen out. They played 3 or 4 snaps, and then the next 4 walked out and played, and it was hard. They were fresh the whole time, and they were talented. That's what we want to be able to get to, and we have the capability of doing that.
How did you feel about the execution of that 2-spot today, since it was your guys' first time?
It was good. We did it in walkthrough this morning. I know y'all weren't in here for our run through prior to pre-practice, but that is. I thought it went very well. The kids love it because it gives them more reps. It gives them the availability to get more work. We're trying to get a crisp, hour and a half, hour 45-minute practice, but get enough reps that we need. Staying fresh, but getting the reps that we need. Get on and off and get enough tape to be able to evaluate everybody. So I'm very happy with today. I thought the players were very happy. I heard a lot of comments about it. I think it helps our 2s and 3s really develop faster.
Is there enough time
on the field for the first time in a while? Mm-hmm. Seeing Stephen Carr out on the field for the first time?
That made my heart good. I'll sleep a lot better tonight, and I thought he was full speed. You never know, because he's done a lot of change of direction. Obviously hasn't been hit yet, but to see him just walk back out here, catch balls like it's nothing, make cuts like he's always done, it makes you exhale a little bit, like, okay, there's a really good back that can help us.
Is there enough time to get that quarterback decision in the next 2 weeks?
I think it's going to take somewhere between 20 to 25 practices, Dan. I really do. I don't have a crystal ball, and like I said, I will not do to our team or our fans or our university or anybody else, walking out on a Saturday to play UNLV and nobody knows. I don't think that's right. But I do want to be confident that we've made the right decision on who can lead our team in that first game, and I'm not just going to say, it's going to be 10 practices or 14 practices. It's when I feel it's right, and when I feel our team believes in that young man, we believe in that young man, that he is the best man for that moment.